Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is you to his Pastor Dow. Of course, this is what the world calls Saturday night, and I'm here relaxing somewhat a little bit before it's time for me to retire. But I thought I'd come on here and try to provide a little bit of wisdom about something. I want y'all to listen to me very closely. Listen to me very closely. Okay, we're going to talk about straightway for a second. All right. Now, straightway is a living, viable, working community. This entered into my heart 20 years ago. We've actually been out here with boots on the ground at Straightway for 17 years. And Straightway is our home. Now, I want you to pay attention to what I'm saying about Straightway is our home, because I'm going to show you something. I want all you people to listen, because if this information is not presented to you, the eyes of your understanding will never be open, and you will never be able to see clearly what I'm saying. And then, okay, so Straightway is our home, and it's a big piece of land, what we consider to be a big piece of land, and it has individual dwelling places because we have common unity, but it's still one home. What we do is we open up our doors to anyone who want to get close to the Father. And of course, when you do that, we already know that when you open up your doors, you're going to get both the good and the bad. That's what the Messiah said concerning the kingdom. You're going to receive the good as well as the bad. We live in a generation where nobody ever wants you to put the finger on the bad and warn everybody the good what is bad. That's what I do. I actually say this is bad, and I tell the good people this is bad, and I'm going to tell you why it's bad, and that's the reason why I'm hated more than anything. Okay, back to Straightway. So we're here at Straightway. We open up our doors for feast days to allow people to come to visit and whatever. And when the people come, they're excited. Hey, I can show you all kind of videos of people who have been here. You watch their countenance, watch their face, all the joy and everything on. I can show you pictures and everything. And they're like, hey. And when they leave, they're hugging. Oh, boy, we can't wait to see y'all again. All this good stuff. Then something happens. When they get out there, the first thing they do is they start typing on social media networks all their agreements, all their disagreements, all their complaints, and all their murmurings. And then they start to go out and try to affect people, mind you. And then they come back again, but they haven't told us all their murmuring, their complaining, and everything because they're in a home. They come back again. Hey, how you doing? Oh, it's good seeing y'all. Then they go right back out again, murmuring and complaining. And while they're here, what they'll do is they'll go to the people and they'll begin to talk to them. And they'll start formulating things in their mind. And while they're formulating these things in their mind, they get back outside the gate. They're on social media networks. They start to slander, talebear, backbite, murmur, complain about everything that's going on here or one of the other communities. It makes no difference. This is what they do. My question to you is, how many times would somebody be welcomed back at your house that you've allowed to come in? You've opened up the doors, you washed their feet, you fed them, you treated them with hospitality, only to get back crap in return, only to get back murmuring and complaining in return. And then, of course, every time you turn around, you see the meetings. It don't stop people from coming. But one thing we have had lately is a great purging of people. The Most High, we bless His holy name. But my question to you is, how many times would you personally open up the doors of your home to someone who has that kind of behavior and behaves itself that way? It's a sad situation, isn't it? I could understand if someone, our model is on the book of Acts, but I could sincerely understand if someone says, okay, you know what, I came here, I see what Pastor Dow doing, I'm going to start a community and we're going to live in common unity. Then after a little period of time, they come and say, Pastor Dow, we live in common unity, just like the book of Acts. And we have a piece of land, and this is our home, and these are the people who live here. And this is what we're doing to show that we live in common unity. I would be more inclined to hear from someone that is a doer of this word than someone who's producing nothing. Because the majority of the people who judge or make past judgments on the Straightway Truth Ministry, like I said it once, I said it 1,000 times. You have no further to look than to look into their lives. See what they have done for the saints. See what they have done in their life for the people of Yah. That's all you really truly have to do, is just look and see what they have produced. Remember, the acid test is, you shall know a tree by its fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth corrupt fruit, and neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. And when you start listening to these people who are opinionated and who give you their sides of the story, you don't know these characters. You don't know the character of these people, but I'm explaining it. Anybody can write a lie, tell a lie, type a lie, live a lie, and do it all for the sole purpose to evilly affect your mind. But you're going to have to understand that the only way you're going to know who the real true devil is you're going to have to peer into these people's lives and see what they have produced. And if if they have produced nothing nowhere near to the scale that we have, if they can't even name what they have done for the saints, if their life is for the saints, then you clearly know who Satan is. And remember the wise words of a wise man: take not heed to all words that are spoken, lest you hear your servant curse you. And I've learned that model over the years, because we've had people come in to the camp or into our home, and this is the nature and character of the devil. What they do is they talk to this person. The people get relaxed around them, and next thing you know, they hear something, and then they begin to go to the other person and tell the other person what the other person said. And next thing you know, you've got infighting inside the camp. It's a sad situation, isn't it? Is it not a sad situation? It's a bad, bad thing that goes on, because you know, when the devil comes in, he comes in on a cloak of maliciousness, because the devil never presents himself as a devil. That's why here straightway I tell you, we learn from every single engagement. Myself and the people on the land, we commonly talk about after every meeting. We talk to each other about the meeting. We talk to each other about what we've discerned from certain people and stuff, what we've learned from it. And that's what life is one big learning experience. But you ought to pay attention. That's what you should do. Anyone that slanders straightway, or murmur, or gripe, or complain, or throw out false accusations, because remember, against an elder receive not an accusation, and that's all it is. It's nothing more than an accusation, and unless it comes out of the mouth of two or more witnesses. Now, that's only to those of us who submit to biblical terms, because people can say whatever they want to say. But you pay attention to these people's lives to see what they've done for the saints at any time in their life. Do they have a consistent life of sacrifice for the saints? I think you pretty much got your answer right there. So not only that, this is good information for those of you who are already out there starting communities, those of you who are already out there own communities, and those of you who out there have aspirations of having your own community. You're ultimately going to deal with humanity, because we live in a fallen world. And sad to say, but, we're going to have issues and like this we're going to be dealing with for the rest of our lives. And we, as a people, we're just going to just come to the conclusion that this life is full of growing pains. And that's just the truth. So you'll have people come, you'll have people go, and forgive my feet right there, I'm just relaxed. But that's just the way it is. But after a period of time, you'll start to discern people, and you'll start to learn people, and you'll start knowing them by their fruit, and then you'll know who that you want to be a part of your family, because they will show their fruit. Hey, y'all be encouraged, King Come.